Hello. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible now?
Yes, bro.
Morning,
Yeah.
Mohiddin,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So today we'll talk about file handling. I told you yesterday. So what is file handling? So any idea or any guesses? What might be file handling?
Uploading a file and reading it.
Reading. So just reading it through script, right? So that is handling means that is you are going to read your file, and if you want anything, you just change or write anything into that same file. So that is called file handling. So we are going to talk about the file handling. The basic step for file handling is open. So open is a built-in function which is available in Python, which help you to open all the type of files. So basically this is made for text files, and but all others like if you want to parse images, if you want to parse a PDF, if you want to parse something else, I mean a third party extension, everything was created on top of open alone. Okay, so open is a basic file handler in Python. So now I have created a text file. So by default in Python we can able to handle a text files, JSON files, and CSV. All these things are come with a default Python packages. If you want to pass anything apart from that, we need to install and use. I mean, you all know what how to install. That is a third party module, which is available in where where it might be available, where it will be available.
It,
Pip, yes. So Python repository, what it is? It is Python repository. So the package will be available in Python repository. Just start install and using it. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the basic stuff. Okay. So let's start with text files. Okay. So let's start with text file. I told you open is the basic for all. So, but by default, it will be work with very well. It will work very well with text files. So it will work very well with the text files. So this is the way to open your text files. Okay. Now it says file not folder. What is the reason?
Directory.
So it says just a file name alone. See that my file name is sample.txt. When the file is not exit, it says file not found. It's a basic error. So because the name is not exist, right? When I say sample on, it is there. Okay, so it took that. And what to pass inside. Okay, so either you need to pass file name or the complete path wherever it is exists. Okay, so no matter where you are in, you need to pass that exact file location. That is enough. See, I'm going to say employee.csv. Okay, it was in desktop. Okay, but I'm in somewhere else. I'm in a terminal. In terminal, I mean somewhere else. See, my location was something like a web app, Credo env. Okay, Credo env inside. So I mean somewhere else. So instead of file name, I'm just giving my file path. It took. Okay, or if I gave a file name alone, what will happen? What is the difference between both? If I give just a file name, means what happens?
If the file is available in the particular path, it will be open, right? If
Particular
not
path.
available, path is,
So particular path in the sense where your Python file was exist, it
file
will
is
actually,
available.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will actually looking for your file name in a same location where your Python file was created. I mean actually web app, Credo system, bin folder, right? There this file was not exist. Then it will what will happen?
File not found.
File not found error, IO error. So in Python 2 it will raise IO error, but in Python 3 it will raise exact error called file not found error. Got it? In Python 3 and all, it says file not found error, but in Python 2 it says IO error. That is input output error. Okay, that's it. Now if I give exact path, so it will give you, say, it will work as expected. Okay. Now let's talk about open method. So open function. Okay. Just say help open. Okay. see that we have, it says how many inputs are there. So this is Python 2. I will go for Python 3 for your better understanding.
Looks like Piyush want to join the call.
Yeah, sure. Okay, good. Okay, so in Python 3, I'm going to say help open. Help open. So how many inputs are required? I mean a required input. How many inputs are required? How many inputs are required? So in a help section, what they say, how many inputs are required?
8.
8. I'm saying required one.
Only one, 5.
Only one.
1.
Other than everything has a default, like a mode contains a default, buffering, everything is default. So you don't need to bother about that. You need to pass only one file. What is file? They said file is either a text or a byte string giving the name. I mean the file, what they meant, it's a file name or the path. And the path, if the file isn't the current working directory, so if file is not in a current working directory, I mean where you are actually working in, then you have to give the complete path. Got it? This is what they meant. So instead of file, you need to pass a text that string should contain either a file name or a file path. Okay, and mode, everything else is optional. And what is mode? So mode is an optional string that specify the mode in which the file is open. The default is R. Got it? What it means, in which mode you want to open your file. If you say R, your file will be open in a read mode. That means you can able to read from your files. That's it. But you won't be able to write anything into it because your file was open in a read mode. Got it? And if you want to write anything, you need to open your file in which mode?
Right mode.
You need to say, you need to specify W, you can specify X, you can specify A. Got it? These three mode will help you out to write anything into your file. To read, it's read mode. By default, it is there. You don't need to specify. By default, it is there already. You don't need to specify that. Okay. So there is a 4 mode available in. So in mode section, we have 4 main mode. That is read, write. X means for open a new file. A means append mode. So there is a 4, and these 4 are sub modes. Sub mode in the sense, if you want to give any additional option, like B means it will create in a binary mode. T means in a text mode. Again, as like a R, T is also default. So it will be like RT, WT, AT. You don't need to specify T. T is default. If you want to open in a binary, you need to specify binary. That's it. And the U is deprecated. We don't need that. And plus is giving additional for read and write. Say if you say R, if you say R plus, you will get write access also in a read mode. You are giving additional property for that. That's it. These are the sub modes. Okay, you need to specify along with this. You should not specify independently. You should specify along with it, like R plus, RB, RT kind of. Got it? These are about all about modes. So let's move
What are the
to,
first 4 called as? Primary
so,
mode.
yeah, primary. So
Primary and sub mode.
yes, primary and sub modes. Okay, so in this primary, R is default. If you don't specify anything, Python will consider a default mode as seen on parameter. Got it? Apart from that, it is, you need to choose according to your needs, whether it is a read or not. Let's see what it's going to do. Okay, so this is default. I said RT, read mode in text, read mode, reading text, reading text. If it is a binary, you have to say RB. Got it? It's up to you. So they said use a deprecated, so it will raise exception in future version. Got it? So universal new line mode. Got, that's it. So let's move on to a file. So what it will actually return? It will actually return a file stream. Okay, you need to parse from the stream. How to parse that? Any guesses? So this will actually give you a file buffer, a stream. You can say stream. Now I want a text out of it. I mean, whatever the file contains, I want to print it. What to do? What to do? I told you a logic. So I mean, I told you a rule. Whenever you don't know anything, what to do?
Help.
Help. So we have seen help for open, but in this case,
DAR.
dir. That's it. So dir will show the possibilities, right? So let's see that. Here we have a dir. Okay. So we are in a read mode, but it will also list out the write. But when you say write, what happened? It will write. It will raise error. Your file was in read mode, so it will raise an error if you say write, etc. Okay. For read, we have these kind of operations. Sorry, these much of properties. Read, readable, read line, read lines. Okay. Readable means obviously you know that it's a boolean, whether it's a readable or not, kind of. And apart from that, we can use read, read line, and read lines. Now we are going to talk about what is the difference between read line, and read lines. What it might be. Any guesses?
What is the type of F?
Type of F. This is variable.
No, if we assign integer means the type is integer like that. Now, what is the type of F?
This one.
Because we assigned
Yes,
file, right? So
it's a file object. It's a stream. It's a string file object. When you print, you will get it. Because it is a class, right? You will get a class instance anyway. But we can call it as a file object, file buffer. In document they said it will return a stream. Got it? If you want to know what you can do with a string, you need to say dir to list out the possibilities. Understand? I told you everything was constructed on top of class, so it says class instance. That's it. Basically, it is a class instance, but technically you can say it is a stream, file stream. If you don't know what you can do with it, you have to say dir and list it out. Let's start with read. Okay, let's start with read. What you can do with read? F dot read. What you can do with the read? What they said? So hereafter you have to try to figure it out what it is, what they're actually saying, because we are actually talking about the advanced topics, and I'm just saying the basic packages which is available, and you have to go through a lot of packages like a similar package. Like here it is a text file. I'm just reading a text file, but if you want to read a PDF, you need to go through the documentation and you need to understand yourself. So please grow your knowledge in that section. So try to read it out and say what it is. So this will actually read from your stream. I mean a character by character. That is what they said. It says at most n character, n number of character, in the sense it will read by a character by character. Okay. So I will say print. You will get what? You will get a string, a complete string of file. That is what they mentioned. I don't have anything inside. Now I'm going to write something. I saved it. Now I'm going to read it. Okay. So here what happened? Every string was in one line. So like a line by line, right? So in first line contains this, second this. But when you say read, what they mentioned, it will read by it will actually read will start to read from character by character. So it won't bother about the line. So if it is new line exists, it will simply return /n. You all know what is the /n. /n is a notation for a new line. You will get it as a /n, and it will return exact complete string. It will return as a single string. So you will get it as a one string. That's it. So here it is printing. So it is look like that. See, it will look like a single complete string. Got it? So no matter whether how many lines are there. So while printing it, it will actually parse that line. That's why it's printing like that. But when you consider that, it will look like one string. So it will look like a complete one line string. Got it? It will read character by character till the end. That is what read going to do. Have you understand what is the read? Now we are going to talk about read line. What read line might be? What read line might be?
One line until there is an escape.
One line at a time. It will read one line at a time, and it will return as a string, one line string. Got it? See, you will get a single line alone. If you want again, just say f dot read line once again. So you all know generator, right? In generator we have seen dot next method. Dot next method. It will act like that. So whenever you call a next, you will actually execute your loop, right? Similarly, read line will read till the end. So until then, how many time you have? Say I have two, and I'm going to repeat it again. So once it is done, nothing happens. So once it is done, it is nothing happened. So read line will read line by line by line. That is okay. Read will read all together at the same time, everything at the same time. But read line will read one at a time, and it will return it as a string format. Now, how about read lines? How about the read lines?
I think we can specify which line would read.
What is the difference between read line and read lines? Try to figure it out. So I will read character by character. Read line will read one at a time. How about read lines?
Multiple lines.
Lines in between if you want from start to end somewhere.
So read lines will read all lines together, but result would be what? So read line will return as a string, right? How about read lines? See the document. This is the feature of IDE. So whenever you hover, you will get the documents. See that Google, sorry, what is that? Google Cloud is actually listing out, right? See that. What is the return? What they mentioned in the document?
Returning a list,
List of
lines from the string.
what is the line contains? What is the read line contains? It's a plural, right? The read line is a singular. Read lines is a plural.
Multiple lines.
That is what they mention as a list. You will get it as a list. Inside a list, what you will get it?
Multiple lines.
Line by line. Okay, each index you will get one line. So that is the difference between read and read lines. Read will read all the character. It will actually read character by characters. Means you will get a single string, no matter how many lines are there. Got it? Understand? So say
So
for
read will
example,
have single index and the read lines will have multiple index.
read contains multiple index depends upon the length. See that? I'm going to specify out. It says it will read character by character, right? When I say out of 0, what will you get it? You will get H alone. Got it? Got the difference? When you say -1,
Exclamatory.
that's it. But read lines will read line by line by line. So when I say -1, what do you will get it? What will you get it?
Exclamatory of the first line.
Exclamatory first line. I'm saying -1.
Enjoy. That's
Enjoy.
all.
Enjoy. Exactly. Because it will
Yeah.
read lines will going to read line by line by line. So I'm actually having just 4 lines. Got it? When you print out, you will get it. Here the length will be 4. Got it? In a read lines, the length will be 4. For each and everything, the length might be varies, depends upon the characters. But in read, the length would be based on total length of your characters. Got it? So this is all about the difference between read line, and read lines. Any doubts? So here, as mentioned in document, RT is default. We don't need to worry about that. RT is default. If you don't give anything, it will take default RT only. Got it? So now we are going to talk about what is other mode. I mean a write mode. Now I'm going to say W. What is W? Okay. So W is a write mode. It will open a file if it is exist, or it will create a new file if it is not exist. That is what W going to do. Got it? I'm going to say sample1. Sample1 is not exist. It raises an error in R mode, right? File not found error. File not found error. Now I'm going to say W. I'm going to refresh. The file was created automatically from your file. Sorry, from your code. Got it? Understand? So what W will do? W will read if file is exist and open it for writing. If it is not exist, it will create and open it for what? Open it for writing. Exactly. That's it. Okay. And what is the difference between W and A? So there is one more option is there. A. A also will going to do. I'm going to delete this file. I've deleted this file. And A, I told you A is append mode. Okay. A, it's an append mode. This also going to open a file for writing. If it is not exist, it will create and open it for writing. Got it? And it will create and open it for writing. But what is the difference? Write mode will truncate a file content. See, if I have something inside, okay, A mode take everything. So whatever, like it will actually open a file, and if content is there in that file, what happened? It will keep it as it is, and it will append at the end. I mean, it will append at the end of your pointer. If my pointer is here, it will append your content inside, like f dot write. Okay, is that fine? But it is not reflected. Why?
Do we have to print on the?
We don't need to print. It should reflect. Why it is not actually reflecting? Just compare with the real world. So if you in a document, if you wrote something, what happened? It will not reflect it if you open it again. What to do? Once you did something,
We need to save the.
save. Correct. So here instead of save, we have an option called close. See that? Is it added right? I noticed. I said it will append where your pointer is exist. And if you want to add it in a new line, /n. Okay, just say /n. It will add it in a new line. Got it? So this is all about append mode. But how about W? W will truncate your content. Okay, it will open your file for writing. If it is not exist, if it is exist, it will open for writing. If it is not exist, it will create and open. What happened? The content in a file will be truncated even if it is exist. So here sample one is exist, but the content will be truncated. Means it will create it as a fresh file. It will open for writing as a fresh file. Now you don't have anything inside. I'm written something written. See that? Got it? It will actually truncate your file, and whatever you written going to be a fresh content. So understand the difference between W and A mode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So try about write lines, what it might be. So line by line by line. So you can pass a list. It will write. Got it? As like a read lines. We have write lines also. Got it? So I will leave it for your exercise. Got it? Hello.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So please try write lines. I will leave it for your exercise. And how about truncate? Truncate as like write mode. It will truncate your file. That's it. Got it? And let's move on to X. What is X mode? So what X might be? What they mention in a document. So what they mention in a document for X. What they mention?
Create a new file and open it for writing.
Create a new file, but the file is exist mean in a Windows. If you are using a Windows, right? If some like say for example, computer is exist. When you create one more file called computer, what happened? It says
Prompt for overwriting, yes or no?
no, that's fine,
Duplicate.
and it will say file already exists. So initially we'll get file already exists error, right? When you're copying that, it says file already exists and you want to replace kind of, right? It will return what? It will says file already exists. Then only will get whether you want to replace it or not. Got it? Or it will create a duplicate. So what happens if file is exist? W on A mode will open it for writing. If it is not exist, it will create and open. But X only create a new file. If it is exist, it will return. It will raise error. What might be the error?
Yeah. File
In
already exists.
file exist error. So in a read mode, if file is not exist, it says file not found error. Here it says file exist error. Got it? So it will raise file exist error. That's it. Now I'm going to delete this file. Delete this file. Now it will create it for writing and it will add it. The content will be added. That's it. Okay. So these are all about modes. So we can play with a text, basic text file with the help of open. Understand?
Just
Yes.
yes, sir.
So now we'll move on to CSV, how to parse a CSV file. So I will take this, your attendance sheet as an example. So download it. Okay. Now I'm going to CSV files. Is both the text file and CSV same or not? Same or different?
Both are having text, but then it is type is
The, the file type is differ. I mean the file structure also differ, right?
CSV, right?
Yeah, CSV is what? It's a relational. It's a column row relation, right? But text is not. It's a plain text. It is like unruled. We have all used, right, unruled nodes and the rule kind of, right? So that structural wise both are different. So we have to parse it. So each value was residing in certain columns. Okay. So for that, open alone is not sufficient. We need to handle it. So even though, see that while I exporting from Google, they asked me two questions: whether you want to download as a comma separated or tab separated. In some file it will be comma separated, some file tab separated. Okay, we need to handle which type it was. Okay, instead we need to spend some time and we need to parse whether it is a comma separated or whether it is a tab separated. We need to identify its indent. Okay, we need to identify the difference between the columns and etc. Instead of spending the time, we all know what is the solution. What is the solution?
Yes.
Pardon?
Using
Using
built-ins,
pardon?
built-ins.
Built-in modules, not just a built-in, it's a modules.
Yeah.
We need to, I told you, right, whenever we want to save a time, just import and use. For CSV we have a built-in modules is there, that is import CSV, that's it. Okay, what to do now? Okay, once you open in CSV you need to use reader. Okay, to read you have to use reader. You need to pass the file buffer f, that's it, and it will return some generated object. Okay, object. So how to get data from object, generated object? Either we can use for loop, etc. Right? We all know, or you can convert it into list, or you can convert it into list. Correct? So instead, I can use for loop, for row in object print row. That's it. Okay. Now I need to pass a file path outside my function handle CSV. So this is my file name. Execute. See that the data has been passed. Got it? Now, is it? But it is not in a Pythonic data type, right? So we are unable to understand what it is and what is, etc. Right? And what is the best way to make it? So what is the best format to convert it into to understand properly?
Tab separator.
Pardon?
Tab separator.
Tab separated. So SQL is a relational data structure. Means you can able to find it through column value, column value, column value. Got it? So you can able to understand by the column and the values. Got it? So this is a date by referring this column. This is a value for name Ashik. This is value for name Arun, kind of, right? So, but in Python, it is not a relational. We need to convert into some such data structure. Then only you can able to understand. So what is the relevant data type to convert this relation into? This is how it actually look like.
List.
List. Is it already in a
List.
list? But I'm unable to understand. I don't know what it is. I can say I can understand this is a date, but I never know what it is.
Based on
Tell me,
String format.
how will you identify as a string? It is already in a string, right? I said I want to know. Oh, this is belongs to this value. This is belongs to this value. This is belongs to this value.
So key pair.
Key pair. What it is?
Dictionary.
Dictionary. So we need to prepare n number of dictionaries. So it is a list of dictionaries. Got it? We need to create a list. We need to convert each and every row with dictionaries. Understand? So what we can keep it as a key, and what will be the value?
key is the column name and value.
That is what the first column, first row. First row should be key, and the rest value should be value, right?
Values.
Yeah. So how to extract first from this generator? You all know generator, right? So how to extract the first alone? I need to set header, so I can say header. So how to say first alone? How to spread it out from a generator? Either I can convert it into list. Okay. Now what to do? You can say object of I need to convert it into list, and object of what? You will get complete this. Okay, 0 will be your header section, header list. You will get this list as a 0. And from next, if you say like that, text also, this also considered. Okay, what you need to say? You need to say 1 colon from 1. Read it from 1. Got it? Understand? So now it will look like this way. So see, you won't get a header file. You will get everything else. Header will be there as it is.
Okay, that object 0 is header and 1 is
Rest was values.
values.
See, the header is separated
Value.
and the rest was separated. Okay, but this is not a preferable solution. The reason is this is memory consuming one. Once you convert it into list, it will obviously consume memory. And I'm going to utilize each and every row only one time. And your file contains, it might be a huge megabytes, right? Or a kilobytes. So it is not good to store into list. So it will consume a memory, certain memory. So what to do? We don't need to convert into list because it's a one-time use, right? I'm going to utilize for only one time. So I don't need to keep it in a memory. Got it? Now what to do? If I say object of 0, it will raise an error because this is generated. You will get only when you say dot next or a for loop or a list conversion or a combination, then only you can able to access through index. Now it will say error, type error. Objects is not subscriptable. Got it? Means you won't able to use square brackets. So what to do? What would I say? It is a generator.
Next.
That's it. Once you utilize, the memory will become free, right? Here you don't need this. That's it. Got it? This is more memory efficient, right? I just extracted header separately, and I'm printing yes, it is there, and I'm getting a value separately. I got a value, so I actually got separated both headers and values. You understand? I understand this.
How
Dot
do
text
you
method.
retain the, I understood header, but what is
Yeah, once you utilize what happened. So I have utilized the header, the first row, right? Once you utilize what happened, the memory will become free. I'm using for loop. You all know in generator, the memory will be allocated one by one by one. Each time I'm printing it. Once you utilize again, okay. If you utilize again, what happened? Or you can convert it into list. In second time, you will get what? Empty list. Empty list. Because we already utilized. See that empty list. Because it is what? Generator. Got it? But if I keep it as a list means the memory was allocated and you can parse anytime you want to. But it is memory consuming task. That's why I'm not using that. Because
Mohideen,
we have a,
how,
yeah,
I'm sorry, sir.
yes, yes.
Yeah, Mohideen, how exactly the in the first instance, how it exactly it has come in the list format, but we have not defined that now.
Pardon?
How exactly it has come in the list format?
That is what next. So this is how that function was created. So they actually parse each and every lines and it will written as a list format. It is default. There is no relation between next and this. This is actually going to call a function. That's it.
Okay.
Once the call, you will get it as a list because it will actually read your complete row. We can keep this, right? So this is a 0th index, first index, second index. We can keep it in a list, right? This is how they are written.
Okay.
Okay. Even without that also, you will get it as a list only. Okay. Now I need to prepare into dictionary. So what should be key? What should be value? I'm going to specify output. Out is equal to which data structure? Out. Out should be what? I said each line should be dictionary, but outer should be. You want to say dictionary of dictionary because it is not. So you can create it, but it won't be meaningful. What should be outer shell? List of. So it's an empty list. Okay. Now I need to prepare into dictionary. So each row will be a list, right? I need to merge a topic date with this, Ashik with this, Arun with this. What to do? What is the solution? I need to convert it into dictionary. For type conversion, what to do? Type conversion. I need to convert into a dictionary. What to do? Okay, okay. And then, so for dictionary, each for each value we need a two values. One is a key and value, right? For each and every for each and every section, we need two values. So we need to pass something like this. So it should be one iterator inside a tuple should contain two values, right? We need to pass something like that. So we can keep this as a 0th value and this as a, so both should be in a 0th value. It should be comma separated. Topic date comma this, Ashik comma this, Arun comma this, and topic comma this, Arun comma this, topic comma this, Arun comma this, kind of. So how to do? What to use? I told you already. Zip, correct? Zip comma zip header comma what? Each rows. Now your dictionary is ready. Just append it into your output. In outside, I'm going to print my out. Let's see the output. That's it. Is it converted in a Pythonic format? Got it? Have we get it? So it is more readable, right? Understand?
So if you have 100 rows means that will create 100 dictionary, right?
Yes,
Inside
exactly.
one.
Yes, exactly. So just find out the length, dot length. We all know how to find it out. Length of out. So it contains only 31 rows. See that? So one is header, right? One is header.
Hmm.
So totally it contains
30.
31. So it's counter matching, right? That's it. And we can use a zip to bind it together, and you can frame a dictionary out of it. That's it. And if you want to write, you need to say CSV dot writer, and again dot write. You need to say object dot write, as like what we did here before. And finally, you need to close the file. F dot close. You need to close in a write, not for read. Okay, you understand? Any doubts? You will get to know once you practiced. Okay, otherwise we will really struggle to understand.
Here, so here we are not write anything on that CSV file. We just extract the data and create as a dictionary, right?
That's it.
And
Yes,
it's
yes. So if you want,
so
I will write it. Yeah, I'm going to write it. Okay, so what to write? So this is a reader, and I'm going to create one more thing for write. Dot writer. So while writing back, you should not be a dictionary. You need to pass the values alone. So into when you're writing it. So you can say write row, write rows. Write row means one by one by one. Write rows, you need to pass a list into it. Got it? So now I'm going to instead of converting into dictionary, I'm just simply passing that object. Okay. So for a temporary solutions, I'm going to pass an object. Okay. Sorry. OBJ. So it should be in a CSV. OBJ dot write row. You can say this. A complete list. That's fine. So once you're done with it, just close it. Okay. We'll open the file and test how it look like. Or I can create a new file. What to use? Shall I use the existing or a new one? I'll use the existing.
new one.
You want a
New
new one? New one, right? Okay. Out.csv. So what it's going to do, so I'm going to call this function. I'm going to call this function. So we don't need to specify in function. Keep it outside. We all know, so where to keep a module. So it should be in top right. Keep it outside. Now I need to open a file. This what happens? So will it work or not? If I say like that,
It will create out that stage.
it will write how it will create. How it will create. I'm saying it will raise an error.
File not found.
File not found error. Because you are in what? Which mode?
Read. Okay.
Read mode.
So
You need
we
to
have to specify it down.
W or A. Got it? So you need to specify W. It's created and it is done. That's it. So I will. Got it? Is that created? That's it. You understand this thing? Very simple. And instead of this, you can specify right rows.
I want to add the some lines into existing file
Yes, you can.
because we are that we already
See that?
converted it.
Here I'm already having a list, right? So I don't need that. So it's a buffer. It's a file buffer. So what is that? The reader buffer. I'm just simply returning that. Simply putting into with the help of right rows. I don't need to iterate. I don't need to iterate. Just simply sending it in a single line. I did it. Because if you want to parse the line, as you said, you want to add something into it, then only we need to iterate it. If you're not actually parsing it, then simply keep it as it is. That's it. With the help of right rows. Or else try with right row. So tell me yours now.
That I want to add some row into existing file. We have 10 rows, and I want to add more 5 rows.
Okay.
In that
You
case,
can. It should be list. Okay. I'm going to write like this way. So see that at the end. See that at the end.
we need to use A because we are adding.
Pardon?
Uh, if you use W means that will truncate and add this one line only.
No, we already added the 10, around 10, 31 lines,
Okay.
right? Okay. So the reason is it is not fulfilled. How many rows are there? Columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12, 13, 14. 14 columns are there. Hello. That's the reason, because the column count doesn't matches. That's the reason. See. See, the prob also added along with this.
So can we use null instead of empty string?
Null instead of
Empty string.
actually what
Possible
happened
to use
when you say, yeah, you have to say none.
null, bro. Null.
Null is not accepted in Python. You have to say like this way inside a string. So this is, even though in our cases we are actually facing the similar changes, this challenge, because MySQL actually returning null. Got it? So I'll show you that my code also.
Integer type. So
Okay.
in that case, we are passing some string into that column means it will raise error.
Senthil Kumar, are you able to hear me? Solomon, please come again and say. Come and say.
Oh, in Excel, we have data type, right? Column data type. So I have column
So
age.
in
So
CSV we
I
don't have that. This is CSV. In
oh,
Excel we have a separate packages. So that is what I thought to give you an exercise. Okay. So Excel, since it's a third party, it's not an open source. We can handle through different packages. We need to install and using it. We can able to access the Excel inside with this help of this. There is a package called Excel RD and import Excel WT. Excel RD means read, WT means writes, and there is a combined package also available. It's called Excel client kind of. Okay, search in pip site. Try to find it out and start exploring it. So we'll discuss that. So please try to understand yourself. So how with the help of DN and help. We have a lot of packages, and the most commonly using was Excel RD, Excel WT, and Excel client. It's Excel SX. You need to install and using it. Okay. So for Windows, if it is not available, if it is raised any error, you need to download from this link and start using it. So for Windows, they have there is a site called unofficial Python binaries. This is the link. Here you can find yours and click it. Excel writer is available. So click, it will be downloaded and say pip install this file name. It will be installed in your machine. Okay. So for Windows, we need to download from a package from this site. Got it?
Okay.
So we'll discuss that tomorrow. So for in meantime, try to install the Excel module and try to figure it out with the help of DR and help. So we'll discuss that. So how to write and read from Excel files. It is quite different than CSV. So it is not easy as like a CSV, but it is more straightforward. So because in Excel we have a number of sheets, we can handle a number of sheets, right? We need to just, choose the sheets which you want to kind of. So we have a lot in it. So we'll discuss that XLRD. So this is the way. Okay, we'll discuss this in tomorrow. We'll convert CSV into Excel also. Got it? So that exercise what we are trying today was there in site. You can go through it. So it is there already. So the file also is there. Start reading it and try to work on it. The file is already shared. So we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
In
Yeah.
class, with class collaboration, Google collaboration file, we have only
Only
partial amount of codes.
this one.
Yeah.
It is there, right?
Up to,
Huh?
but we have some more than that, right? We
This
have
thing.
only up to inheritance.
Don't know. I think it is getting deleted. So it is not there, right? Hierarchical inheritance, polymorphism, superclass. This is what you was told already. It is not there, right? Yeah, this is I'm not closed it, so it is there. Do I need to save? Okay, okay. I need to save, I think. Okay. Thanks. Previously, so in last time also you have informed me so that I could that whatever we tried was not there. Yeah, now it is there. So here at all, I will maintain. So I need to save. I have to save. Okay. I thought it is auto save. Okay. So hereafter I will do. Yeah. So we'll see tomorrow. Okay. So and tomorrow we'll start about OS module also. So please prepare for that. Meantime, we'll discuss how to parse images also, and you can just hereafter you have to thought. If you have anything to parse and start thinking of it, and please come up with that and we'll discuss that. And before moving on to next topic, okay? We'll see you tomorrow. So bye guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.